Our podcast is about connecting the people who make up our schools, our students, professors, and welcome to the IC Connects podcast. Our guest today is known as Battleman among his fellow students, or as the guy who did the summaries. He's also the former president of CLIC, the IC School Student Association.
Hello, my name is Olivier Cloux. I'm now a master's student in data science, and I'm approaching the end of my time here as EPFL, and I'm finishing my time as also the CLIC president.
Olivier, can you tell us why you're known as the guy who did the summaries?
I have a few funny stories about that one, but when I was in bachelor, there were a few courses that did not have material that fitted me. It was just slides, and the way they were presented did not fit my way of understanding it, of working. And so I spent a lot of time, I can say that, doing summaries for courses and just doing markups for courses and taking all the slides, all the content, all the exercises, and putting them in one document. That's when I learned to use LaTeX, the language for writing documents. And then I put that online on a shared drive, and people from 2, 3, 4 years after me just knew my name from the document. And then I have a few people come to me and say, "You are Olivier, right? The guy from the summaries." I was, yeah. And, "Oh, thank you so much. You helped me so much with that document for that course or that course. And thanks to you, I passed." And so it was really great to know that I helped people personally, and I knew that person was helped because I did some work, and I spent some time working on that summary for them.
When did you join the CLIC and why did you become president?
Well, I joined the CLIC first in 2016. It was during IC travel. I joined as a vice president, and then later I joined the CLIC formally as an event manager. And then 2 years ago, I joined as a president, and I've been president since. I think why I became president, it's hard to answer. I've always liked to help students and be there for them during my time here at EPFL. And it was always fun for me and enjoyable to provide help and to provide by all means I could to help students and be there for them. And I think becoming president of the association was a logical choice for me, as I could have the most possibilities to help them.
What is the CLIC's role?
Well, we have a lot of roles within the school. Mostly we are here to animate the IC school, and mostly for BA and MA students in Bachelor and Master. And we organize throughout the year a lot of events. Most of them are rather fun or party-oriented, but we also have a few ones that are more career-focused. And we also are here to provide support group and a sense of family for students.
So how has social distancing affected the role and mission of the CLIC, and of course its interactions with students?
Well, it was really hard for us because we were, at heart, we are an association that likes to connect with people physically and be there for them and organize events and parties and be there every time we can to offer free stuff or just having fun with them. And then having to be at home and doing that from home was very difficult for us. It has really shaken our activities at the beginning. When the lockdown was announced, many events were cancelled. One of them the day before. It was really hard for us. We worked hard for that event, but it took us some time. But we managed to shift forward a more online presence throughout the social media, and we organized quickly a talent contest and some mini challenges for students, so they could win prize and get to know each other through social media. And then doing some mini challenges like coding challenges, and they could win prizes. It was really cool. And it was really great for us because participation was really high and people were involved with us. And so we could continue interacting with students. It was really intense for us, especially for people in charge of that. But we're glad that we could pull this off.
And what was the most challenging for you as president of CLIC?
Probably the biggest challenge for me was that I had to learn in really very little time to manage a team of 10 to 20 people and learning how to have everybody cooperate with one another. And I'm not someone that naturally knows how to manage with people and to be there as like some president. And so having to learn that was really hard and really tough. And also I had to learn kind of the do and don'ts of some social media. I've been on Facebook for a long time, but I'm not a user of Twitter or Instagram or other social media. And so my community really helped me to understanding how to properly communicate with social media. And they're really great to help me with that. But learning the type of communication of each social media and how to communicate with each of them is really different. And I didn't know that. It was really hard to manage that.
And what are you the most proud of?
I think it was that we could elevate the workflow of the association. Because when I first started as a president, even as an event manager, we were more of a group of friends organizing some events. It was cool. It has some perks, but it was harder to go, to the next level as an association. But with the help of the committees of the last year and this year, we could shift towards a more professional workflow, quote unquote, because we have now people that are in division and they are highly competent in that division rather than everybody doing everything. These more people have a role and have tasks, and they can manage that really efficiently. And I think that with that new workflow, we could improve the efficiency of our operations, which was really nice. And so with that, we could now really elevate the level of the events we do and of the quantity and quality of events that we can propose to students.
As a student, what has been the most challenging for you during this period?
The lockdown was not easy for me. I've been lucky enough to move in with my girlfriend just a few days, I think 3 or 4 days before the lockdown was announced. I must say it really helped me during those times. And even now it still helps me to be there with my girlfriend, and she really helps me. But I've never been able to work from home efficiently. My revisions are not going so great now because my efficiency really has gone down dramatically.
What about the other students you represent?
It's hard to answer that question because there are so many students that I represent, that I try to represent at least. Because what I know is that many people are just like me; they can't work from home. It's either by a lack of motivation, because being home is different than being on campus. You have a different atmosphere. But some people also just don't have the infrastructure or the environment that's made for that. They don't have a place at home, a place somewhere that they can work efficiently. And so I've heard many people that are feeling down and not being able to really work properly. And so now I think my role is to not really help them with small problems with the teachers, but mostly communicate those troubles of not being able to work correctly, and how can the teachers and how can EPFL and APFL, how can everybody help students working from home by setting up some infrastructure or some decision that help them. Most students are doing kind of okay. People are feeling a bit down and having trouble to concentrate, but most of them can work and can do that. But it's important to not look at just the overall student, but also at the particular cases. I think many people also have problems with the current regulations. With the exams, people are outside of Switzerland and can't come in for different reasons and can't take the exams. People are sick, people are at risk. And I think for those people, it's important to set up regulations and to set up help for them to get through. And EPFL has announced that maybe if we don't succeed at certain courses, then it's not counted as a failure, and you can just do another year. But some people can't do another year for financial or personal reasons, and so it's important for them that we make everything we can to help those students in particular.
What's the best decision you made during the lockdown?
Investing in a good ergonomic chair. It's not wasted money, because when you spend 15 hours a day sitting on it on front of the computer, having a wooden little chair is not good. Having a good chair really will help you.
Given the current context, what helps you remain motivated and focused?
So my biggest motivation for me, I think, is now the upcoming internship that I will be doing in the next semester. And I hope it will be in Singapore. I have some possibilities there.
Are you looking forward to the end of your time at EPFL, kind of moving on to the next chapter of your life, or will it be bittersweet?
Kind of both. There's something at EPFL that I love. The environment and the people there are really awesome, and I love to learn. But I think, it's been 7 years, and I kind of want to go on with the next chapter of my life and really start being more independent.
What do you think about how EPFL handled the lockdown, notably communication with its students?
The first measure that EPFL take were really outstanding. EPFL has a history of working bottom up. They first ask students, and then student representatives, and then people, and it goes up to until the presidency and direction, and they take decisions based on that. And during the beginning of the virus, then they had to act fast, and they decided to shift towards a top-down decision taking, which was really good, because then they could have stricter measures than the Confederation and the canton. At the time, we didn't know what we had to do, and EPFL took decisions fast, and they prevented dramatic spread within EPFL, which is really great. Really quickly, we had to go home and not have courses anymore. And so many decisions had to be taken top-down instead of bottom-up, as they are used to. And that included a certain lack of communication. And so we're often left in the dark as students, and we had to press them and press higher levels to get answers. And what's going to happen? Do we have exams? When? Where? How are we going to do? Can we go at EPFL? Can we go on campus? Can we go to the printers? Can we go to the library? And many questions were not answered because of that communication that was doing top-down.
Since then, has there been a shift in terms of communication?
So, yeah, decisions are still taken top-down, and probably shifting back to decisions bottom-up would be really great for EPFL now. We've gone past the point of emergency and of having to take decisions within a day. And so I think for the EPFL to start asking again AGEPOLI and students their advice and their opinion on how to handle the situation would be really great. So I have the opportunity to talk to AGEPOLI a lot, and I do the bridge between students and AGEPOLI. That's kind of my role there. And AGEPOLI also, whenever they can, they're really spending a lot of time with EPFL to get that feedback.
Your role as president officially ended August 1st, and the new team just started in September. What would be your one advice to them?
Probably to keep a healthy team spirit, because if everybody is sharing the same vibe, the same goals, then you can do wonders. And if everybody has different ideas on how to do things, and everybody is just on their side, it's really harder to do good work.
As president of CLIC, what was the one thing you couldn't manage without?
A solid right arm as president. So having two people on each mandate as vice presidents was really important for me. I've been assisted by two amazing people, Camille Montemani and Hugo Huber. And they helped me on a daily basis. I can really say that every day they were there for me and helping me taking decisions and being there for me to talk about my concerns. And it would have been very different if they were not there during that time.
What did you enjoy the most about CLIC?
The two things. I think the first one is just the team, the committee, So many people that are incredible to work with and to be there every day with you and getting to know them on a really deep and personal level. It was amazing to have that group and that feeling of a close group and really, really tight. It was amazing. And also I've learned from beginning as an event manager that I love doing events.
And Olivier, what's next for you?
A good rest. I feel like for the last year.
Well deserved.
Yeah, well-deserved rest. For the last years, it's been a succession of amazing opportunities, both as CLIC member, but also as delegate. And I haven't had much time for myself in a very long time. The next semester, I'm terminating all my responsibilities and moving my focus towards other things, more personal things. But I still be a student assistant in 2 courses. I still love to help people and teach them.